my figure skating training and competition vlogs for the 2023 season and much darker hair. So I will be taking you through the training and progress that I have done in the past 6 months, half a year or so. This will kind of be a little skating series, so stay tuned for the US sectionals and US national vlogs to come in the coming months. So let's do a little quick rewind. 2022 was a journey and a half for my figure skating progression. I actually got injured pretty much at the beginning of 2022. I still ended up training and competing at US sectionals last year, and I took bronze. I'll link you guys to the video of both my performance as well as the competition / training vlog. Unfortunately, I ended up pulling out of nationals in April because I was just too injured, and I spent almost 4 or 5 months just doing a lot of physical therapy and trying to recover from my injury. Actually, for that period of time, I was completely off the ice. And I think for those of you who also started later like me, you guys understand that sometimes you just feel like you're operating against a clock that is just ticking downward. Every day you lose is just so freaking valuable. Not to be morbid at all. But I'm really excited for the 2023 season. I think I'm really just focused on strengthening, making sure I stay injury free. So with that, let's jump right in because I, again, just suck at filming transitions, but I'm so excited to show you guys my new program content that I have planned as well as my music. Alright, can any of you guys out there guess what my program music is for the season? Pause this video, I'll give you a hot second, and I'll give you a hint too. I'm the biggest basic bitch out there. Can we get a drum roll, please? Surprise! It is El Tango de Roxanne from our favorite movie, Moulin Rouge. I swear to God, that movie and that soundtrack lives rent-free in my brain. Nicole Kidman was absolutely fabulous. That soundtrack was also just made for figure skating program music, which is probably why it's so overused. In figure skating, there's like the Moulin Rouge, there's the Carmen, there's the Phantom of the Opera, there's the Bolero, you know, all the classics. So to lessen being judged as a basic bitch, my program music is actually a mashup of 2 tangos. So the second half is Roxanne, but the first half is a piece from Astor Piazzolla. I know, another one of our figure skating favorites, and it is from his suite 5 Tango Sensations. I actually picked tango for this season because I really wanted to push myself outside of my comfort zone. If you watch some of my past react to my old program videos, you have seen that all the programs I ever done are basically lyrical and slower tempo music. I feel like the world's biggest imposter trying to skate to tango music. 1, tango music is fast and I suck ass at skating fast. 2, you know, tangos are a little bit sensual, you know, they're a little spicy, there's a little bit of fire to them. Do I have that fire? The answer is no. I feel so self-conscious trying to practice my tango program even till today. I just feel like I don't have that confidence to sell that, you know, I'm gonna seduce you with my eyes look that Unikim and Tessa Virtue does so freaking well. You guys know what I'm talking about if you ever watch them skate. Can't do that when I know my skating is kind of shitty and I am more worried about not tripping, falling, and dying every move. If I really want to expand my repertoire of things that I can do on the ice, I should just really push myself, you know, and not wait for the one magical day when all of a sudden my skating is going to be 1,000 times better. If I want to learn, I'm going to have to start somewhere and just do it. This is a plug out to Nike. Please sponsor me. Just kidding. Never gonna happen. So going into my actual choreography and my program, the choreographer that I picked for this season is 3-time world medalist and 2-time Grand Prix final ice dance champion, Caitlin Weaver. I've seen Caitlin choreograph to tango music before, and I just feel like I love her style, and I have so much respect for the degree of musicality that she has and just her innate ability to kind of connect to music. There was a lot to be learned from her in terms of just musicality and refinement, so I was really excited to be able to do that this season.
Back to the cross on top. Right toe, left toe, stay. Left toes in front. Then feet together, then you push to cross roll, inside spread eagle, stop, stay, maybe a progressive rocker, turn, step forward, inside rocker, step forward. forward, inside bracket, cross, and swivel.
Okay.
And see.
I gotta say it twice, it ain't my fault. Every little thing got a price, that's what I thought. That's what they taught. Yeah, I'ma take my chance till I drop. You know this ain't the time for the two of us.
Something that personally helped me a lot, which one of my friends who is also a figure skating coach helped me with, is planning out your program in advance on just a white sheet of paper. I think this was so helpful to have before I came to Caitlin, because I already had like a rough idea of what elements I want to do and where I want to place them, so your first session with your choreographer is not just like you being a dead fish out of water. I think mapping out your program on a piece of paper is super helpful, and also making sure that your elements are properly spaced and you put your best elements right in front of the judges, or you figure out the patterns that work for you to get across from one side of the ring to the other. In terms of the technical requirements for my competition event, I need to include 4 jumps, 2 of which are in combination, which means 2 jumps in a row, and then I have to have a step sequence that covers half of the ice surface, and I need to have 2 spins of different natures.
Just relax, you deserve it. You keep me up at night, got you all on my mind. Seem like that's hard to find when they keep playing games, gazing into my eyes, give me them butterflies, take me from low to highs. Want you here every day, can't get enough. You get me stuck. I'm more than a snack, I'll be your dinner. Got nothing to lose 'cause I'm a winner. I got everything here to offer, everybody else is a beginner. I do more than talk, you have to live her. Don't worry about me 'cause I'm a giver. Daddy, I'll do anything so I can make you mine. Can't get you out my sight, take me to paradise. My name, your favorite line, calling me on the flame. Don't ever have to try, come let me be your guy. And if you're down to ride, follow me on the way. Can't get enough. You get me stuck. Set the mood, I make you feel right. Take a chance and come roll the dice. Hope you're landing on me tonight. Might as well let our hearts collide. Set the mood, I'll make you feel right. Take a chance and come roll the dice. Hope you're landing on me tonight. Might as well let our hearts collide. Set the mood, I'll make you feel right. Take a chance and come roll the dice. Hope you're landing on me tonight. Might as well let our hearts collide. Set the mood, I'll make you feel right. Take a chance and come roll the dice. Hope you're landing on me tonight. Might as well let our hearts collide. Can't get enough. You get me stuck. Can't get enough.
looking at the training timeline, if we kind of rewind back to 2022, from March to September, I was basically out recovering from injury and mostly working on PT and strengthening. From September to October is when I first got back to the ice. So I kind of eased myself into it. I mostly just got back into edge work and feeling the ice again. October to November is when I started working with Caitlin and figuring out what my program would actually look like and start practicing it in smaller chunks and actually receiving my choreography. And November through December is really when I started to pick up the training for my elements again in coordination with trying to run through small chunks of my program. And December was actually the first time I skated live in front of an audience with my new program. I went back as an alum. I went to Penn and I was part of the figure skating team there, and I was fortunate enough to be welcomed back to skate as an alumni. It was also very good practice for me to just kind of feel the competition nerves again and just feeling how this new program feels in front of a live audience. Skating in front of any audience is always so different. Can't stop if you fuck up, like you just kind of have to keep going, and I think it was really good training for me to do that before my first competition. So from December to January, I actually went to California and I spent a whole month there training. I honestly feel like I make the most progress when I'm back home in California. If you guys haven't watched my Training Like an Olympic Figure Skater for 30 Days video, where I filmed back home in California, where there's a great training facility that's home to amazing coaches and people who train there, including Nathan Chen and Mariah Bell and a slew of other people. Coming back from California, I definitely felt a lot more confident and has prepared me going into the competitions that I have coming up. And the first one is the Empire Games, which is in Lake Placid at the Olympic Center, which will be a super awesome opportunity to skate there in an Olympic arena. That will be in early February, and then I'll have US Sectionals in March, and then I'll end my season in April at US Nationals. So Sectionals is in Florida this year, Nationals is in Salt Lake City, so definitely stay tuned for those. In addition to on-ice training, off-ice training is equally as important, and that is something that I feel like I need to tell myself sometimes too. I always feel like, oh, I need to spend every second trying to improve on the ice. There's just some stuff that you just cannot do if you're not strong enough. Could cause potential injuries, because a lot of the muscles that we use in skating are these super small, annoying ones that you don't just actively use, even if you're an active person. So you really need targeted strengthening to get those going. I really needed to pick up my cardio game, training my body to kind of get through the pain of like the lactic acid coming in when you're like on your last jump in a program and you're just like, my legs feel like freaking jello. Like for me, what I see go out the door when I'm tired is my free leg not looking crunchy and making sure I'm always extended and the toe is pointed. I actually need to take time to be strong enough to be able to hold those positions towards the end of my program. I actually started trying to incorporate bar and reformers Pilates into my off-ice process, in addition to doing a lot of spin work on my spinner, as well as doing my off-ice axles. I haven't been training my axles like I said before, but I have been still trying to do them off-ice just to make sure my hip snap stays kind of there. I was really close before I got injured, and that just threw everything out the window, because axles are just so freaking finicky. Like one day they feel great and the other day you're like, shit, it's like I never tried them before. Hopefully more stamina and better just performance as a whole as I go into my competition. Alright, so enough of the training segments. I'm so excited to share this part of the experience with you guys, which is getting my dress. I got my dress in the mail today, and if you cannot tell, I am currently wearing it. I was so stressed out about this whole dress situation because I was originally going to make my own dress because I just like to take ownership of like when I have a creative vision, I want to be the one that executes it. But unfortunately, I don't think I have enough time. So I ordered this dress and I worked with this seller last year as well, and I loved my dress last year. So I decided to go with them again. When I got the pictures at first of my dress, I wasn't completely fully on board because I think the dress wasn't really pictured on a mannequin, so it kind of looked weird just laying there. I was a little bit skeptical, tried it on, and I actually really love it. It's not 100% what I was looking for, but it's like pretty much there. So super excited to show you guys what the dress looks like. So I'm going to show you like a full body view front and back of the dress. This is kind of what it looks like. First, I was a little nervous, to be honest, how the fade was going to look because I think it's kind of hard to do red and black ombre. I love the mesh sleeves, really nice, very, you know, classic Moulin Rouge sateen energy. The only qualm that I have with the dress is the cut of the skirt and the length of the skirt. I really wish the kind of diagonal drop side right here was a little bit longer to kind of really create that sharp, dramatic tango effect. And then we got the back of the dress. As you can see here, I think the other qualm that I have with the dress is the back cutout. I wish a little bit more of the dress was cut out, just by a little. So that's the dress. Very excited. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. I was so excited to share you guys the training that I've been up to leading into the 2023 competition season. The next video coming up will definitely be the vlog of my Lake Placid competition, so definitely look out for that. As always, I appreciate your guys' support so much as a small creator, so please like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see more figure skating content like this, because there's definitely more to come, because there's definitely more of the season left to go, and I'm super excited to see what kind of progress I can make and what I have to offer and share with you guys in terms of just advice and tips. So with that, I'll see you guys at my next competition in Lake Placid. Let's all pray and hope to the dear gods that I don't fuck everything up. And on that very positive note, bye!
Another lazy afternoon. The clouds covered in gray. Third coffee of the day. Almost fell asleep on Zoom.